Hey everyone, let us check out in this video what are ternary expressions or ternary operators. Ternary operators are shorter way of writing conventional conditional expressions if, elif and else into a smart single line, or you can say you can compact them into a single line. They return either true or false, which is Boolean depending upon the evaluation of the condition. I am going to share with you two examples in this video. One is simple ternary operator and another one is nested one. So stay tuned. So how do we write a ternary operator? For example, let me first go with the conventional way. If we have to evaluate if a given number is whether positive or negative, how do you do it? So you can say that num is equal to int input enter number. Now you would write if num is greater than 0, then you say print positive, else you can say it is a negative number, isn't it? This is the way we write it. But what if I tell you instead of this 4 line of code, you can simply evaluate this thing or achieve this goal using one single line of expression in one single line of code, and that is, my dear friends, is ternary operators. Let's check it out. So how to write a ternary operator? The syntax for a ternary operator is that value 1, if the condition, then if, and the condition. If this condition is true, then this value 1 is printed, else value 2 when the condition is false. So here I can write something like this: print positive if num is greater than 0, else negative. Same thing, value 1, which is your positive, if condition, here is the if condition. If this condition is true, then this positive is getting printed. If it is false, then negative. Let's try to run this. Well, let's say I enter 5, positive, again this time minus 5, negative. Not only printing, if you wish to store the output into a variable, you can do also that. For example, if I write here output and I copy this and paste it over here, and then I go and say output, I missed here one quotation and I missed here one as well. So if I run this one, let's say stick to our old example, 5 positive, one more time minus 5 negative. Now nested ternary operator, syntax remains more or less same. Value 1 if condition 1 is true, else, here you see we are almost same as the line number 8. Value 2 if condition 2 is true, else false. So up to here, if you see line number 8 and 9 both are same. Only thing is that, only difference here is that in 8 and 9 number of lines, value 2 we are printing only when we are checking the second if condition also. Value 2 is getting printed one if the condition 2 is true, otherwise we are printing maybe better I should write here value underscore 3. So let us see how we can put here. If I can remove one line from here, yeah. Print positive if num is greater than 0, else I am trying to print here 0. If num is equal to 0, else negative. Let us come back to the syntax here. Value 1 positive. If condition 1 is my this condition, this is our if condition 1. So if the number is greater than 0, then we are printing value 1, which is positive. Else we are checking for if condition number 2, which is this. If num is equal to 0, then we are printing this value 2. Else we are printing value 3, which is negative. So if I run this program, I enter here 5. So my if condition 1, this is satisfied, therefore positive is printed. Let me bring it a little bit up here. Run it again. If I enter 0, now this condition does not meet if number is greater than 0, so which is obviously not. So now it jumps into else part, and again in the else part we are checking here the second if condition. If the number is equal to 0, yes it is, therefore 0 is printed. Let me run it last time and I enter here -5. Now I am getting negative. First condition, if num is greater than 0, no, therefore positive is not printed. Now it gets into the else mode, else part. So second if condition is being checked. If num is equal to 0, still no, so 0 is not getting printed, and here this negative is getting printed. If you want, again here in place of else you can keep nesting it, but if you ask for my opinion, one level of nesting is fine, otherwise it loses its very purpose of simplicity. Here you see we have just compacted the 4 lines of code into one single line here. So ternary operators are known for their simplicity, simple structure. So if you keep adding, if you further levels of nesting, of course it is going to work, but it will lose its simplicity. Again the choice is yours. Let me know what do you prefer. So my dear fellow learner, that is it for this video. I am going to upload all these codes onto my GitHub page and share the link into the description box. If you find this video useful, consider giving it a like, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Till that time, happy coding.